Okay, guys, it's almost 10:55 in the morning on Wednesday. What day is it? And I just got a wake-up call about an hour ago from my recruiter, Debbie, who got me the job in Chicago. She called me and told me that Northwestern might be pulling my contract because they potentially overstaffed. So I am freaking out because I've already signed a lease. My flight is in 2 days. My lease is for 8 weeks. It's already paid for. So if I can't get a job there, or if they end up deciding that they're filled to the brim, then I have to absorb that money, and that's going to be pretty shitty. I'm just waiting to hear back for this confirmation. Being a sitting duck is literally the worst position to be in when I have no control over this whatsoever. I've tried to call the hospital. I don't even know which ICU I'm hired for. I don't have a manager name, so nobody can forward me to anybody who could actually have any real pull in this situation. So here we are. We'll keep you posted. Okay, update. So we're just treating this whole Northwestern thing, Chicago, as it not panning out. So I have now been submitted to multiple hospitals across my other agencies again. I already have an offer in Massachusetts. Oh my God, this is so stressful.
Okay, guys, so it is 7 o'clock and I finally have an update to give you guys. Last I left you, I was trying to sort out the situation with Chicago and how Northwestern canceled my contract just 5 days before I was supposed to be starting and only 2 days before my flight. But better now while I'm still here rather than me arriving there already and then being canceled and not having anywhere to go. Shortly after we got the message from Northwestern, my agency decided to reopen all of my old submissions to the hospitals that I was initially looking at during the job hunt with Northwestern involved. Maybe an hour later, I get a automatic offer from University of Massachusetts in Worcester, Massachusetts. It was 13 weeks, only 3 nights a week, and it was night shift only. But it was paying so well. Great, because I knew that whatever happened, whether or not Chicago decided at the end of the day that they still needed me, at least I had a backup plan. Then I started worrying as the day progressed because we weren't hearing back from Northwestern what I was going to do about this apartment lease that I just signed and already paid for. That was almost $2,000 that I've already spent on this apartment. When I reviewed the lease contract, it said that I had 7 days notice to provide if I was not going to be entering into the contract. But like I said, I was moving in 2 days, or I supposed to be moving in 2 days. The contract said that I would be penalized with 15 days worth of rent, which sucks. I would have paid almost $800 for nothing because Northwestern decided last minute. With that being said, I was super stressed out about just like not having worked for a month, needing to now drop almost $1,000, and then not to mention my flight. Then I get a call in the middle of my workout from Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center in Boston. They actually called to interview me 2 days after my acceptance to Northwestern, and I told them that I was unavailable. I already accepted a contract. With the new submissions that my agency went out with, they called immediately. I interviewed, and then an hour later after my interview, I got a offer. UMass and Beth Israel, 60 miles outside of Boston or in Boston. Later on, my agency actually called me because initially I wanted a day shift position. Like I said, UMass was night shift only. Beth Israel was actually rotating shifts. So 2 weeks on days, 2 weeks on nights. They went back to UMass and asked if they could maybe meet me on a rotating shift schedule or if there's any possible way we could wait for a day shift position. And they just had a little bitch fit and they were like, you know what? We have so many other nurses who want this job, so we're rescinding our offer. She's no longer able to work with us, which made my decision a lot easier now that I only had one offer. So I went ahead and accepted the job at Beth Israel Deaconess. I'll have 1 more week off of unemployment and I'll be in Boston. Shout out to Emmy for being a rock star prayer warrior throughout my day today. She was one of the first people that I texted this morning so that I could reach out and just have some support and guidance. She is a veteran travel nurse and has just been a world of insight and wisdom for me through this travel nursing career that I've had for the last almost 2 years. Shout out to Emmy. Thank you so much, girlfriend. I don't know what I could have done without your prayers. I'm just so happy. God is faithful, God is good, and He provides. This is the email that I wrote the apartment people in Chicago to see if they would get me off of my lease. Hey guys, so it is Saturday evening in the Philippines. It's Sunday morning. I guess around 24 hours ago, yesterday, my uncle actually died in his sleep overnight. And so I just got the news early this morning. He was the husband of my mom's baby sister. I have actually tried to record this little snippet multiple times, but I think all that I'm going to say about this is please keep my family in your prayers, my cousins who just lost a father, my aunt who just lost her partner. My heart mourns for my cousins because I can't imagine what it's like to have to go through this and lose your father. So yeah, that's all I'll say about that. But I will be moving to Boston on Friday. My flight is already booked. I am just securing my accommodations. My brother's best friend, who's like a big brother to me, he has lived in Boston for the last couple of years, and him and his wife are going to be close by, and they're welcoming me into their community. So it'll be a refreshing start to a travel contract to already have a group of friends and communities established. I'm super excited to be in the New England area. I don't know why I've liked it so much. I am looking forward to a milder summer. Boston's super cool and there's a lot to do outside in the city. So hopefully things start opening up. If not, at least, like I said, I have people that I can spend time with outside of work.
For those of you that don't know, every time I sign a new contract to work, I have to get a drug screen done. And if I have a physical that's within the last 12 months, typically that will suffice. With this hospital in Boston, they are proving to be very picky. My contract in Chicago was signed last week. I did a drug screen on that Friday, so 7 days ago. My contract with Boston was signed on Wednesday. They would not accept my drug screen that was 6 days prior to them asking for it. The hospital in Boston also was requiring a physical within the last 3 months. The doctor stating that my physical from November would be clearing me was not going to suffice for their requirements. So I went to the doctor's office today. The chairs were all spaced out, which I appreciated. And that was probably the quickest urgent care / clinic visit that I've ever had because I was the only guest there. Lots of peeing in the cup this year. I've already done it 4 times and we're not even halfway through the year. Anyways, life of a travel nurse. Thank you guys for being part of my team, my community, my support system. Until next week.